I have had quite an unhealthy relationship with shopping. I'm embarrassed, but I can explain this. I've been buying a lot less items of clothing. I appreciate the craftsmanship of a lot of their dresses. Why do I never get things altered? The final thing I got from the charity shop. This one matches the floor in my ensuite bathroom. I'm obsessed. It's so timeless. I was never one for platform shoes and short skirts, okay? This is not a video about how now I'm in my 30s, so I'm starting to dress like a granny. I've always loved long dresses and flat shoes. I've always loved granny attire. Cozy cardigans, we're here for it. We're not here for that one time I got dressed in the dark, hungover for a book signing. I hope we've all buried that memory deep in the depths of our minds. No, so this video is about how my approach to fashion has changed a lot. Let me know if you've been through this, but in my early 20s, fashion, like shopping for clothes, that was a hobby for me. Every single time I come to Melanie's house, her clothes are spilling out of her wardrobe, and every single time I can't put my suitcase anywhere, the room, there's just clothes everywhere. It was a way to kill time. If I felt lonely, sad, I'd buy new shoes and a bag. If I was bored and broke, I'd go window shopping, and I'd make a whole day of going trying on clothes with my friend at uni, so we could like pick what we had to save up for that week to wear on the night out. Because yes, I bought new clothes every week, and I loathed to be seen in the same dress twice. There were many things I bought in my early 20s, late teens that I wore once. I felt like I had to have all of the, you know, must-haves that you'd see in magazines. And then when I started following influencers, I really did think that I needed all of the seasonal trends that they'd be modelling on Instagram, that without constant new additions to my wardrobe, the world would fall apart and I'd be miserable and something would be missing. And all this got a bit worse when I started making content, because I felt a pressure to be constantly seen in new things.
I just wanted to give you a bit of inspiration for summer and for kind of what to wear on holiday and in warmer weather.
Ho, ho. This video it's given quality over quantity. It's given I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to be a more responsible consumer, because the fashion industry is the second most pollutant industry in the world. But we do all need clothes. We also are allowed to enjoy clothes, and doing anything is better than doing nothing, because while ultimately responsibility lies with governments, individual choices do add up. They do. Purchasing power is power. Say that with me. And yeah, getting rid of the single-use mindset, that's something we can all do today. But yeah, really, I am not perfect, okay? I don't make my own clothes. I don't even upcycle, though I do really want to learn how to knit and sew. But yeah, currently I'm taking care of 2 very small children, and I need to work to earn money to pay my mortgage. So yeah, that life for me right now is absolutely impossible, but I'm doing my best. I love fashion. A lot of you who've been around a long time know that. I've been in a bit of a uniform of pajamas the last 3 years. We're babies, pandemic, but I'm kind of coming out of that baby bubble now and rediscovering my love of clothes. 3 important things before we begin, okay? Number 1, because I have small kids, I'm time poor. I used to shop secondhand way more than I do right now. I don't have the time to go browsing through all of the racks and scrolling endlessly online. There's some amazing websites like Thriftify that I have not shopped from enough. And now that my baby is getting bigger, that is a goal of mine, is to do more secondhand shopping. Number 2, because I've been working for so many years, I'm 34, I'm a lot more financially privileged now than I was in my early 20s. And yeah, if you're like watching this and you're 23 and you're trying to make rent and you're working your way through university, I get that you might have different priorities than me, but if you're watching this, you're obviously interested in changing your relationship with clothing. And just please know that I absolutely believe you can adopt most of these habits, even if you're broke. Number 3, the best fashion habit that I formed in my 20s is that I learned how to dress for myself and not to always wear what's fashionable, you know. I found my colours, and when I say that, I mean colours I like, not necessarily colours that suit me best based on the colour season or whatever. Like apparently these kind of warm colours don't even suit me, but like I like them. All those quizzes and stuff, that's fun. I find that really fun and interesting.
So we think we've got 2 clear winters and a soft autumn.
But I don't follow anything like that. I know what I like. I have my own style. I think it's higgledy-piggledy. I also stopped pushing myself to wear things that were like cool or whatever, that I didn't feel comfortable in, or just things I thought I should wear because they were cool. Like, I am an A-line girly all the way. And just, yeah, know that going into this video. I love patterns. I like a lot of colour. I like classic things that don't necessarily go out of style. And yet you will not hear me preach about the capsule wardrobe, because I'm not about that life and I never will be. With all that said, here are fashion habits that I'm forming in my 30s. First habit, I am far more choosy about fabrics that I buy. Sequins, over the years I've realised sequins just don't hold up well. They're a nightmare. Whether I've washed them myself or had them dry cleaned, you lose sequins. Fake fur, it just melts into this, it's just no. Acrylic, polyester is so unsustainable. It is the most widely used material, but you know, it's made from plastic. It doesn't even biodegrade. And yeah, nylon, all of these man-made fabrics I now avoid buying in their virgin states where I can. But like, yeah, give me a bit of recycled polyester any day. Wools, cotton, tencel, hemp, silk, just natural materials, organic if and when you can. This is a biggie. I buy less clothes, but I buy better clothes. So instead of spending my clothing budget that I've allocated for myself on things that just will not stand the test of time, and now I have to set myself up for success here. Like, I try to avoid window shopping. Beware the high street bargain. Those big posters in the windows, like 80% off, that is where I bought most of the things that I've ended up throwing away and that I never really wore much. One caveat here, buying a staple piece that you'll wear a lot, like, you know, a white t-shirt, a cheap one, still gonna be better than buying a cheap item of clothing that you're only gonna wear once or twice and then you're gonna throw it in the pile. We've all been there. Better for your wallet and for the planet. But yeah, I take my clothing budget and I spend it on good quality pieces that I will get so much more wear out of over the years. And I'll always ask myself the question, how many times will I wear this?
Beautiful shape and just like amazing memories, and also could be worn to all manner of occasions.
Instead of looking at the price tag, I'll think about it in that way, because the price tag can really put you off. If you're looking at a dress that's a couple of €100, and honestly, for something to be made ethically, you're gonna be looking at €100 to €200 for something like a dress, and that's a lot of money. Like, I don't care how much money you are earning, that it's a lot of money on one thing. But if you're gonna wear that a lot, it'll be a much better deal overall than buying loads of cheaply made dresses from somewhere like Shein, one of those massive fast fashion giants. And I think it's important to say on this, a lot of people are so used to fast fashion and like the high street that they don't know quality material or a quality garment when they see it. Like, they don't really know what to look out for, and this is something I've had to educate myself about, how to really look at the seams and the zippers, and like, if you get durable items, you won't have to replace them so much. You will actually save money in the long run. And super expensive doesn't always mean better, because I have bought expensive items of clothing before that were really terribly made. So it is so important that we learn about this, how to examine the structure, the hems. Does the item have seams that allow for tailoring? Are there pockets in the dress, you know, making it more functional?
The fact that their clothes actually feel expensive, you know, like the quality of the fabrics and the zips and the buttons, and I appreciate the craftsmanship of a lot of their dresses.
I have things that are not from super luxury brands that are incredible quality, and in those instances, if you are looking at something in a shop, even if it's not a super fancy shop, and you've done your homework and you can tell it's good quality and you'll wear it a lot, that's what I'm talking about here. That's the kind of stuff that I'll spend my money on. I used to find this a lot when I'd go into charity shops. I would find the most incredible things, really cheap. Like, I'd buy it for €3. It might be quite old. Like, if it's in a secondhand shop, it may have been sitting in someone's wardrobe for 10 years. And the further you go back in time, like, clothes just used to be made better. Clothes nowadays are crap. The way they just turn into chewing gum in your washing machine. And yeah, a lot of people have been tricked into thinking that because they don't have much money, they're better off buying those things, when ultimately they end up having to spend far more long term on their wardrobes. Secondhand is always great. Local boutiques, I get so many of my things from local boutiques, and then I source my clothes from more sustainable brands when I can. I'm not always perfect, and one time of your life where it's quite difficult is during pregnancy and after childbirth and stuff like that. If you don't already have clothes in lots of different sizes, certain types of clothes, that can make things quite tricky. I never get rid of clothes because in my head I'm like, oh well, I want to lose weight and I don't want to ever be this size again, so I'm going to get rid of these size 14, size 16s. No, you can store them away, tightly pack them together and keep them, because you may need them one day. Maternity wear that's designed to last from like pregnancy right through breastfeeding is the best. Like zippy open boobs, I mean, there'll always be fun to be had there, am I right? I often get asked, where is your dress from? Where is your jumper from? And it's so rare I'm able to actually say, oh, it's on this website now for X amount, because so often what I'm wearing is it's years old, because I rewear it a lot, because it's great quality. Often my reply is like, it's from blah, 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 6 years ago. But this, my friends, you can get now. And this, and this, and this, and this. These beautiful pieces are all from today's sponsor, which is LILYSILK. I shopped from LILYSILK long before I first worked with them on their beautiful bedding and their silk pillowcases and stuff. I bought silky pajamas for my mom and my mother-in-law. They were and still are rated excellent on Trustpilot with like, I think I've got 18,000 reviews on there. Amazing brand, okay? They provide investment pieces, pajamas, like I mentioned, bedding, but also blouses, trousers, jumpers. LILYSILK have a very positive reputation for a reason. They're super committed to craftsmanship. They have amazing attention to detail. They're committed to zero waste production. I just adore the quality of their jumpers. I love that they work with the global leader in recycling, TerraCycle. I love that they use 100% premium materials like mulberry silk and Mongolian cashmere. They're not wasteful. They take all of the remains of their fabrics and make accessories with it, like silk eye masks and hair scrunchies and stuff. If you would like to gift some LILYSILK to yourself for Christmas, or someone in your life who is interested in slow fashion and investing in the really good stuff, they have 100% recyclable and reusable gift box style packaging, and they've envelope bag packaging as well, so you can pick whichever one. This is the ultra fine merino wool crew neck sweater with cable knit stitches. This one matches the floor in my ensuite bathroom. I'm obsessed. It's a round neck diamond pattern cashmere sweater. It's so timeless. Here we've got a cable knit wool cashmere blend. It's what I'm wearing in the video. It's like an everyday slouchy boyfriend fit with a deep V neckline. I'm wearing it with high-waisted, wide leg pleated pants made of mulberry silk. They're so breathable. They make me look way fancier than I am. My followers can use code Melanie for 15% off LILYSILK, and if your order comes to over $500, you can get 20% off with code Melanie20. Right, next, I invested in a steamer. Now, obviously we all love the clothes that don't need to be ironed. They're the best, but I never owned a steamer in my 20s. It's game changing. It's so quick to use, so enjoyable to use. I quite fancy my steamer. They work so well on materials like silk, cashmere, lace, wool even. Like I would iron certain fabrics, tougher fabrics like linen, but all I want to do is take all my favorite clothes and hang them. Currently, we have a bit of a renovation project going on. My walk-in wardrobe is being transformed into a Carrie Bradshaw closet, a replica from the show. Subscribe if you don't want to miss that. But that leads me into my next point, which is that I am learning that there are ways to hang, to fold, to lay out different items of clothing so they don't get destroyed. For my whole life, I've been one of those people that balls things up, just shoves them in drawers, shoves them into piles. I'm so bad for it.
Her closet is like a meter high pile of her clothes.
I meant it that way.
I've always just had those flimsy wire hangers, but like there's different hanger sizes. There's different types of hangers that serve different purposes, like keep your clothes from sagging, help them keep their shape, prevent deformed shoulders, and yeah, like keep them wrinkle free so you can hang them and steam them and then they'll just be ready to wear. Chunky wood hangers, great for heavier items. Hangers with notches for the strappy dresses, you know? Triangular velvet ones, so good for trousers. And then, you know, your padded satin hangers for lingerie or delicate fabrics. Next habit is, I'm looking at you, 19-year-old me. I used to throw clothes out. Don't throw out your clothes. Donate them. Sell them even. There's so many amazing apps now where you can sell your clothes. I've sold a good few items and I'm actually thinking about rehoming my wedding dress. Another habit I'm forming, I've only done this once, but I want it to become a regular thing, is hosting a clothing swap night with friends and just, yeah, making a thing of sharing clothes. I don't know why we stopped doing that for so many years. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. This is a pretty huge one actually. So when you're in your 30s, chances are you have a pretty full, packed out collection of clothing. You know, you've got your seasonal items, your summer bits, your warmer winter bits. You've got your range of sizes, hopefully, that you've not been getting rid of them. I do not advocate getting rid of clothes that don't fit you anymore. Especially as well because someone in your life might end up needing something that you have. When you've collected tons of clothes, anything that you're eyeing up and you're like, oh, that, it's most likely something you want but don't need. You're allowed want things, but what I ask myself is, what is this thing replacing? Is this a level up from the thing that it will be replacing? Like the thing that I have that's similar to this, a green cardigan. I'm like, right, I have a green cardigan. Is that one better than this one? And like, what will I do with this one when I get that one? Do I need them both? Maybe. We always love a green cardigan around here. But yeah, I just ask myself, is it really necessary? And honestly, 9 times out of 10, I answer myself no. Yeah, I want it, but I don't really need it. And I try and listen to that because it just stops a lot of impulse buys. Oh, Instagram is so bad for making me want to just buy something. Like when I see someone wear something and I can just immediately imagine it in my life. But a lot of the time that voice that's telling you like, my life will be better when I have that exact pair of knee-high boots. I'll be like, slow down, like, when will I wear them? How often will I wear them? Don't I already own knee-high boots from years ago that I never really wore and they've gathered dust? So like, yeah, just try and have those conversations with yourself. That's what I'm doing anyway. And this, okay, clothes that multitask. Multitasking clothes. Oh, the little black dress is a perfect example of this. I splurged on a little black dress. Was it last year? But the thing is, a good little black dress can be styled in such different ways and can be reworn in so many different scenarios. Bold lipstick, some strappy heels, a little cute little clutch bag. I wore it on a red carpet, but pair it with some runners and, you know, a bit more of a casual jacket. I can go out on a date, go to the shops, go out with my friends. This one I have Lucy Moon to thank. I love her so much, but I'm rediscovering tailoring. So the trousers that I'm wearing right now, I am going to get these tailored. They are slightly too long for me, and I'll probably then tailor them as well if I lose more weight, because I'm still carrying like baby weight and stuff. I'll get them tailored again. But having clothes repaired and altered and fixed instead of just dumping them and replacing them with a new, cheaper version, it's definitely a better choice for the planet, but also for your pocket, because replacing items very regularly, it costs so much. My first experience even in my whole life, I was in my 30s having my wedding dress altered. I was going to get married in 2020, and then the pandemic hit the week of our planned wedding. So we ended up not having that ceremony for a couple of years, and my dress just sat there waiting, and I just wanted to keep it and I really wanted to wear it. But in that meantime, I had a baby. My body changed quite a lot and it needed a fair bit of work. But I'm so glad I did that instead of buying a whole new wedding dress, just because, you know, external factors meant that I couldn't wear that dress anymore. Yeah, I just remember being like, why do I never get things altered and changed? Like, people do that, like that's a skill that people have, and obviously a lot of people watching this probably are like, yeah, duh, like my mom always made me go and get things tailored and stuff. That just wasn't the done thing in my house growing up, so that's a habit I'm only really forming now. And yeah, like my husband literally just got a jacket tailored there last week, so yeah, that's the future. And last but not least is I'm trying to wear my favorite clothes all the time as much as possible, and you should too. And I'm not telling you to go and wear your tulle skirt while you're browsing Tesco for your dinner, though I absolutely would. I just mean, if you bought something and you really, really love it, try not to tell yourself that's for special occasions because I love it so much, because anything could happen and your body can change, and like you might not wear it so much and then it's just sitting there all sad. Like, life is too short. Wear your favorite clothes as much as you want. Right now, my favorite clothes are these dinosaur pajamas, and I wear them 2 days a week. I don't care. That's me. I hope you liked this video. I love making habits videos. If you have a request for one, comment it down below. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm recommending it to new people. And yeah, I hope something I said in this video inspired you to be a bit more thoughtful about your clothes shopping in the future. Thanks again to LILYSILK for working with me on this video, and yeah, I'll see you again very, very soon. What's our weird video ending today gonna be? I've got this really pretty flowery dress here.
Working 9 to 5, la 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 la, do not know the words. This is not Melanie singing, this is my voice. I'm such a beautiful singer. Why don't you wear me, lady? Wear me every day.